It's when I stopped caring about what they think of me that I gained self-confidence. When I saw myself important, society treated me as important as well. If there is no enemy within, the enemy without can do us no harm. Hello wise people, and welcome again to A Word to the Wise. I am back with another video that will help anyone listening with heart. We all aspire to improve and adapt to ourselves at any level of our lives, but we only get what we truly attract by our thinking. Sadly, plenty of us attract less because they think that they deserve less. But why? Aren't they just thoughts? Yes, it is a question of thoughts, and these thoughts are what constitute self-esteem. So what is self-esteem? Self-esteem is how we rate ourselves and how we see ourselves, which makes others and society see us on that basis. And the challenge here is that nowadays we regard and see ourselves based on how others see us and not the other way around. See ourselves based on money, materialism, which is very problematic, especially if it's sank within our thinking. You deserve a lot more than those two pair of shoes. Your phone brand does not have to categorize you anywhere. You deserve to be treated better at all times, and you have no right to look down at yourself or sell it short. And the one way to guarantee that is to lift your standards. I would have defined the standards as the allowance or the criteria of treatment, but especially at our modern times, standards would be more or less the price tags that we select for our own selves to define us and anything that has to do with us. Still blurry, this definition, I know. So imagine with me that you own a brand that you have dedicated lots of efforts and energy to, and you have selected a price to it. Whoever comes to negotiate that price down, you shouldn't even consider them at all. Have you ever heard Chanel or Louis Vuitton made discounts? No, because they know their worth. So know your worth as well. Add even your own taxes, because in order to have the privilege to be in your circle and to have anything to do with you, people have to have your price and the taxes as well. They will have to be more, they will have to have more. Otherwise, why the hell selling yourself short, being around toxic people, bringing you nothing and benefiting you with nothing? Sometimes we manage to fix those prices and our standards, but we cannot help but lower them once more. Why? It's because of that inner sound. God, you're ugly. You will never have a man. Look at yourself in the mirror, you're so fat. Do you own his car? Do you own the amount of his money? Have you heard what that teacher told you? You're too old. You'll never marry. You will always be friendless because you're a freak. That's a problem. Because even dealing with the outside people, you'll have to settle it out with your own self. And with those inner voices telling you such stuff, just like the African saying puts it, if there is no enemy within, the enemy without can do us no harm. You will never be successful or achieve any of your dreams if you let go of those standards of yours. Listen to me, honey. People consider you and evaluate you the same way you consider and evaluate yourself. It's how you see yourself that people see you. And yes, people treat you the same way you allow them to treat you. I will give you an example for you to be able to install the principle of standards in your head. Imagine you and your best friend are in your car. Empty bottles are thrown, garbage is everywhere, your car is dirty, and while you are driving, your friend felt hungry. Do you think for a moment that they will bother to ask you to grab that sandwich out from their bag to eat it? No, they won't, because it already is dirty. You see, the standards of your car are low. Why will they bother to ask for your permission? Your friend will allow themselves to eat in your car because the standards of your car are low. On the other hand, if your car was sparklingly clean, I don't think they will even dare to consider eating in your car. Because it's so clean, any possible dirt will be obvious. As much as the standards are high, people will treat you in accordance to those standards. But you know, you will lose some friends for this. Little people will find you interesting because you're complicated. Some will take it for arrogance. شايفة روحك، حسب روحك. But the advantage here is that you pre-selected. You did not lose time with the garbage and the small rebels and toxic people with no point in your life. Since now on, since this video, you will know your worth and you will fix your standards pretty high, but people will have no choice but to respect them. Accept nothing below those standards. And for more self-confidence, get to know yourself. Figure your competencies out, your talents, your hobbies, and any point of strength. Take your time to spot them and to work on them. Next, do not compare yourself to anyone, because automatically you will compare the flaw that you have to the quality that they have, and consequently you would decrease your self-esteem. So learn new stuff. Nothing is restricted to anybody, especially at our modern times. Internet made it quite easy for us to learn anything. Get out of your comfort zone, learn new stuff. Experimenting is harmless, and the more you know, the more you will have guts. Another thing, learn how to accept compliments when they are given to you. Oh my god, your hair looks so pretty. Just the new styling technique, I don't think it is. I really love those shoes on you, you look dashing. It's because they're new, you know. No, only say thank you. That's it. And you will need to learn how to say no whenever you don't feel like anything. Create that balance and do not fear. Even if you are hurt and broken to pieces, no one will be able to touch your worth. Assemble those pieces together and rise like a phoenix. It is never too late to give yourself love. Thank you so much and see you next time.